Hello friends of the internet, my name is Fury, welcome to my channel. In today's video, I will be shining some light on some projects that share similarities with the well-loved series Disventure Camp. Before we get into today's video, please do consider subscribing to stay up to date with my upcoming videos, along with clicking the link in the description that will take you to all of my social media platforms. Anywho, let's get into the video. Calamity Island is an upcoming series under Saturn production, similar to Disventure Camp. Along with the other projects to be spoken upon, Calamity Island takes inspiration from the hit series Total Drama. The series features one host, 3 interns, and 12 contestants. Saturn Production has previously released teasers for the series, such as audition tapes, the theme song, and trailer. However, since then, the series has undergone a redesign. Let's meet the characters, shall we? Starting with the host of Calamity Island, Joy, Saturn Production has released descriptions for each character to help us get a better feel on the characters. So let's read Joy's. Has anyone here asked for a presenter with a charismatic and charming personality? Well, Joy is the complete opposite of that. She really enjoys seeing the pain of others. It is said that she usually has a very bad attitude towards the production, and that no one can stand her arrogant and narcissistic attitude. But all that makes her the best host of all time. If you get to mess with her, consider yourself her #1 enemy. Joy is here to provide quality content, and at the same time, enjoy watching the pain of the campers in this season of Calamity Island. On to the interns. And now it's their time. They always say that the last are the best. Well, in this case it's quite the opposite. Let's start with the first intern who will help on Calamity Island, and will be under the command of his boss Joy. He is none other than Gary. He has been in charge of organizing the challenges since the beginning of the season, keeping everything in its proper place, and obeying his boss's orders. Will he be able to stand firm and endure the mistreatment? What is certain is that help will be on the way. Apparently there are new victims for Joy. Do you want to meet them? The first of them is Charlie, a young man who is too optimistic and passionate about any job he does. After losing his job as a pizza delivery man, he had no other option in accepting the job as an intern. But does he really have any idea what awaits him on that island? Most likely not. But he has no doubt that he will do an impeccable job for his new boss Joy. She really doesn't know what she's getting into, but she has no choice but to be the new intern on Calamity Island. Amber is a young intern who decided to do her last year of internship with her partner Charlie, thus both being the new interns and having to obey all the orders of her malicious boss Joy, who will have no mercy and will make her stay on the island a little exhausting for her. Will Amber be able to last the entire season serving Joy, or will you quit before you lose patience? Does this guy really believe that because he is a fan of the deadliest and most extreme reality shows of all, he thinks he can become the winner of Calamity Island? Well, Leandro is not prepared for what awaits him on the island. After breakup with his current partner, Leandro wastes no time and decides to audition with the pretext of clearing his mind and forgetting her. Although he thinks that by winning the million there is a small possibility of returning, will his plan work out perfectly? Or will it fail, and will he return home without a prize and without a girlfriend? Does anyone here worry about their future? Well, yes, not everyone in this cast is lazy. Libby, a future psychologist who plans to demonstrate her great intelligence to her entire team. But will she be good at physical challenges? Her purpose is to win $1 million to invest everything in her studies and her future, and achieve her dream title. Will Libby be able to obtain the title of winner of Calamity Island? Can a person be so cold and calculating? Well, the next contestant will answer that question. Madeline is here to give her best, and she is not at all interested in her opponents. She only has one motivation. It is that $1 million, and she is ready to play with the minds of the other campers at will. And nothing and no one will be able to stop her. Are we in the presence of who will receive the briefcase full of $1 million in their hands? We'll see. After committing several crimes, and having spent a long time in prison, Matthew is ready to reintegrate into society again. And what better way to demonstrate it by auditioning for a reality show? Perhaps he is not the cleanest player when it comes to game, or the most reliable to make an alliance. But what you have to be sure of is that your only objective is to win that $1 million, and you don't care if you have to hurt some teenager to reach your goal. They consider him something strange and creepy, even to his own parents, and that is why they convinced him to audition for Calamity Island. Moody loves the darkness and has a questionable obsession with vampires and blood. He only agreed to enter the program to support himself, away from his controlling and unbearable parents. Will the scary boy be able to win that $1 million? Or will he only cause fear to the other campers? Who was talking about extreme adventures? Well, Paige plans to embark on any adventure, and feel the adrenaline of the biggest and most challenging challenges of the season. Her reason for winning that $1 million is to help her parents in their small family buffet and travel around the world. Do you think she will achieve her goal? Will Paige be able to claim that million as hers? Well, she will soon find out. You can never miss the lettuce-loving environmentalist and protector of nature and animals in these programs. Reggie is the typical cool hippie who only seeks peace around the world, and to change people with his pacifist speech, with the purpose to bring his messages of love and full of joy to all viewers. It could be said that it is one of the reasons why he decided to audition. But without a doubt his greatest motivation is to win the $1 million and allocate it to charitable causes. She thinks that by participating in this reality show she will be able to pay the expenses of her fashion design studio, which is her main reason for earning that million, or failing in the attempt. Sem really is the girl with low self-esteem and little confidence in herself, who with luck will be able to have a stable alliance during her stay. But her personality makes her a very manipulable target. Will she be able to take a different attitude within the game? Or will she become someone's obedient sheep? She is the typical girl who, since she was little, obtained the highest grades in her entire school, who demonstrated great performance and skill in extreme sports. It can be said that Sasha has been preparing for this moment all her life, and the time has come to demonstrate what she is really capable of doing in Calamity Island. It is the perfect program for a girl like her, who is determined to win without having $1 million as her main objective. Could Sasha become one of the favorites from the public? She is supposed to be the influencer best known for her recipes uploaded to her blog, but the reality is that none of her videos exceed 20k views. She is Susie, an influencer of Korean pastries, who feels that her blog is not doing as well as before starting, which forces her to audition with the purpose of winning the $1 million and thus be able to replace all her old appliances with new ones. But will Susie have what it takes to earn that million, or will she be a failure like her blog? And lastly, from modeling on the biggest catwalks in Paris to a reality show only to be popular and known for modeling companies again, Venetia, one of the youngest models in all of Florida, made the difficult decision to audition to gain some recognition through the program's cameras. Her objective is clear, but do you think she is a good candidate to win Calamity Island? Who are you rooting for? Comment below. The series has still yet to be released, but it has seen major developments as Saturn Production has released animated scenes from the series. The quality truly looks promising, so please support Saturn Production and their upcoming series, Calamity Island. The next upcoming project to keep an eye out for is Exotic Escapade. The project consists of 2 hosts and 18 contestants. Let's meet them all. Luckily for us, character profiles are available to the public, so I will show you guys that as we go along. The first of the 2 hosts is Dante. The second half of the hosts is no other than Stella. The pair's description reads: when it comes to dealing with rowdy campers, these 2 keep it cool and find a way to bring an unbeatable energy to the show. On to the contestants. She is ready to do normal things on the island and build normal things. Beatrice is ready to have a great time on the island and make decisions she won't regret. Hugo is a punk rocker with a side of anti-establishment that many are sure to love or hate. Budley definitely knows how to make a conversation by making it go for eternity. Carter's dream is to explore the world with his motorcycle, even if it's impossible. With her strong will to send love, no wonder she's liked by everyone in her school. No one has ever dared to compete with her in this position, and best believe you'll vote for her again and again. With his carefree attitude, the party starts when he walks in. From a family with high standards, he makes sure to be the best of the best. With his amazing background in sports and pottery, he sure seems to be a unique one. His team won't have to fear because the human shield is here. Born with such a reputation, she's ready to take all of the attention. Levi's heart is as big as his farm. Each one of his few words tends to pack a punch. Molly loves to preach about the importance of Mother Earth. Montez has her cadet training under her belt and is ready to win the right way. With lifeguard skills and looks that could kill, he's ready to use both to his advantage. Pamela is used to dealing with crazy people daily, so she is ready to deal with even the worst of competitors. It's no secret anymore that this beauty blogger is now aiming for a bigger spotlight to slay on. Who are you rooting for? Comment down below. On to the next series. Unlike any other project on this list, this is the only series where episodes have been fully released. This series is no other than Reality Resort. The premise of this project is really interesting. You can truly see the amount of thought and dedication that was put into this project. Reality Resort is just one part of the overall Grand Reality project. The series consists of 1 host and 16 contestants. You already know the routine. Let's meet them all. Starting with the legendary host Victoria, the epitome of glamour. Let us introduce the 16 contestants, shall we? Growing up, Annalise has always been told how beautiful she is, which has allowed her to experience certain opportunities that her peers did not get to. Her reliance on her looks has created a skewed perception of reality, as she has been able to coast through life without much adversity. As a model, her career continues to validate this mantra, and she is expecting to reach even more people by competing on Reality Resort. Is there more behind the curtain, or is what you see what you get with Annalise? If there's a party, chances are Brad is there. He is all about living in the moment and putting himself in precarious situations just for the memories. His ability to be spontaneous and think on his feet is what led him to becoming the president of his fraternity. Even if what he comes up with aren't the best ideas, as long as you don't get in his way, you won't find out about his alter ego Mad Brad. He usually skips leg day, but in preparation for Reality Resort, Brad has started getting his butt into shape for what could be the best party of his life. Charles has managed to get by in life due to his intellect. Despite his extremely low levels of motivation, he settled for a teaching gig at his old high school since it seemed like the easiest job he could do, not minding the relatively low salary since he doesn't spend much of his money. Rather, he prefers to go to galleries and museums to envelop himself in the rich history of art and literature, persuaded by his students to give Reality Resort a shot. Can Charles muster up enough energy to win the $250,000 cash prize? Cheryl's propensity to be over the top and easily excitable has allowed her to be very successful at her job in marketing. She's able to break the ice and connect with many people in various ways. While she was never a delinquent, her friends knew her as the wild child of her family due to her general curiosity and ability to make friends easily. Since settling down with her boyfriend, she's tamed some of these quirks, but who knows if they'll come back out on Reality Resort. After graduating high school, Drew went right into the workforce as he thinks college is a scam. By day he's a zoned-out grocery store clerk, but by night he's a passionate conspiracy theorist. Drew is convinced that the government is out to get him, and that most people are corrupt and horrible, which he'll tirelessly try to prove. He's chronically online, which is how he's developed these beliefs, oftentimes confusing his own reality with the opinions he holds. Watch to find out if Reality Resort will conspire against Drew. Finn is the total package. At least that's what he was told until 3 months ago, when his fiancée of 2 years spontaneously broke off their engagement. Heartbroken, Finn has distracted himself by working tirelessly all day, followed by crying sessions at night. His friends signed him up for Reality Resort to help him face the reality that his engagement is over, and as an attempt to get him back in the dating game. His love for paleontology is currently the only thing getting him through this tough stage of life. But will Reality Resort be the final hurdle to getting over his past lover? Isadore just started college as an undeclared major, as she's got zero clue of what career she wants to pursue. An ongoing battle between how she thinks of herself and how she views the world causes her to struggle with wanting to make the most out of her time on Earth, despite knowing how awful it can be. While she may appear sweet and innocent, once she opens her mouth she comes across as an entirely different person. Feeling lost, she hopes competing on Reality Resort will be a nice break from the headaches. Kylie is a small, aspiring content creator, looking to make it big as an influencer. She fully embraces her dorky nature and quirky interests such as puzzles and anime. The bulk of her audience started following her for her cosplaying videos and speedrun challenges. Although she hopes to make this her full-time job, her parents haven't been the most supportive and want her to keep an open mind to other jobs. Kylie applied to Reality Resort as a challenge to prove to her parents she has what it takes to make it big. Untreated addictions to alcohol and gambling ultimately led Marcus to an untimely divorce. After blowing his family's life savings at his latest casino trip, his wife decided enough was enough and kicked him out. During the divorce process, Marcus represented himself, as he is a decent lawyer, and was able to persuade his soon-to-be ex-wife to agree to terms that if he were to get back all of the money he lost, they could terminate the divorce. Coincidentally, Reality Resort is offering just more than enough to cover the costs. Will Marcus' pessimistic outlook on life ruin his chances to put his life back together? Or will he find the courage to win the show and his wife back? Monica stopped working as an administrative assistant over a decade ago after giving birth to her 2 children. In between all the diaper changing, naps, and chores, Monica found time to unwind by watching reality television. However, this interest has slowly turned into an addiction, causing a noticeable shift in Monica's parenting style. Now in their teens, Monica's children feel estranged from their mother and blame the very style of show she has signed up for. She hopes that her kids will watch Reality Resort to see just what their mother is capable of. Ever since she was young, Olive has felt like she was different, almost as if she had a sixth sense. Whether it was her friend stubbing her toe on the sidewalk, acing her SATs, or knowing that there would be a car crash on the highway, Olive convinced herself that she had a secret superpower to predict the future. But after starting a somewhat successful fortune-telling business, she realized that all she really had was strong deductive reasoning skills and the ability to use context clues. Managing to build her current lifestyle on a mountain of lies, will Olive use the same strategy to win Reality Resort? Known in high school for being sweet and solitary, Sarah has continued to uphold that reputation in college, where she holds herself up in the library for hours every day to study endlessly. A natural perfectionist, Sarah feels like her worth is in her grades and strives to be the best she can. And while that may work in the classroom, it's left other areas of her life pretty void, namely, relationships. Will her lack of social interaction prohibit her from making a far run in Reality Resort, or will she come out of her shell to win the money? Seth has been trying to crack the big leagues since he was drafted out of high school as a pitcher, but his stubborn arrogance has gotten in his way far too many times. He thinks he's good enough as is, and refuses to put in the work to get better. Every winter he comes home defeated, but his mama hypes him up to keep trying and make his dream a reality. At 26 years old, he knows his time is running out, so in a last-ditch effort to secure some money, he applied for Reality Resort, hoping that some scouts will see him on the show. Seth isn't ready to give up just yet, but will he finally realize the error of his ways? It was love at first sight for Tino when he stepped into a gym at the age of 12. Ever since then, he has chased the adrenaline rush of a good workout and has transformed his body to be able to perform any movement he can imagine. After high school, he became a certified personal trainer and never looked back, opting to sleep at the fitness center he works at so he doesn't have to waste time driving there. His propensity to inspire others has made him a popular trainer, but his kind-hearted nature is how he maintains his clients. Tino wants to continue inspiring others and felt like coming on Reality Resort was a good avenue to do so. Topaz was once deemed a generational talent on the track. However, a freak injury during her senior year of high school cost her the chance to compete in college. Now, her competitive spirit drives her aggressive coaching style as she attempts to train the next generation of runners. Despite being loud and abrasive, Topaz genuinely wants the best for those she trains, which is fueled by wanting to live vicariously through them. Now that she's been given a shot at redemption on Reality Resort, Topaz has her eyes set on the prize. VJ is known back home for his outlandish one-liners and random exclamations that make people laugh. His outgoing nature helps him to get along with almost anybody, which in turn has made his yoga classes very successful. Despite the high turnouts, the classes don't pay much, which motivates VJ to continue acting all buddy-buddy with people, so that he can mooch off of them just before they start to catch on. This lifestyle has gotten tiresome, so when he came across Reality Resort, VJ knew exactly what he had to do. Currently, the first 2 episodes can be found on the Reality Project YouTube channel. I recommend checking it out and showing love to the hard work put into this project. Up next, we have the Million Game Academy. 1 host, 20 contestants. Meet Jazz, model, singer, and actress. Will this successful artist be able to host the Million Game? Meet Aaron, geek, anti-social, and son's enemy. Could a reality disassociated otaku win the Million Game? Meet Augustine, diva, sexy, and spoiled. Could this drama queen win the Million Game? Meet Eddie, big, muscular, and charismatic. Can this stud win the Million Game? Meet Efren, leader, intelligent, cunning, and proud. Can Mr. Perfect win the Million Game? Meet Floor, cheerful, hyperactive, and with a good eye for photographs. Can this talkative person win the Million Game? Meet Greg, smart, cunning, and charismatic. None of that represents Greg. Can this jerk win the Million Game? Meet Hawk, adventurous, party-loving, and laid-back. Can the life of the party win the Million Game? Meet Jake, opportunistic, lazy, and pampered. Can this B-list actor win the Million Game? Meet Katie, sweet, imaginative, and fierce. Can this little hood win the Million Game? Meet Lily, optimistic, dreamy, and confined. Can this caged little bird win the Million Game? Meet Logan, athletic, friendly, and with family issues. Can this athlete win the Million Game? Meet Max, musician, singer, and stalker. Can this falling star win the Million Game? Meet Nick, empathetic, reliable, and mischievous. Can this little one win the Million Game? Meet Paloma, naturist, absent-minded, and carefree. Can this hippie girl win the Million Game? Meet Rosario. Dark, eerie, and warm. Can this gothic win the million game? Meet Sandra. Elegant, brilliant, and perfectionist. Can Miss Perfect win the million game? Meet Suni. Outgoing, colorful, and affectionate. Can this streamer win the million game? Meet Tiara. Bossy, ambitious, and grumpy. Can this workaholic win the million game? Meet Veronica. Mysterious, flexible, and exotic. Can this fierce woman win the million game? Meet Vlad. Cold, tough, and reserved. Can Vlad win the million game? Who are you rooting for? Comment down below. Lastly, the next project that may pique your interest is actually one of my own. Although unconfirmed, I am highly considering creating a series of my own. I have been in the early stages of production, but have gone back and forth of how exactly I want the series to turn out. If you are interested in being a part of the journey of a series from the very beginning, please consider subscribing and supporting me as time goes on. Thank you to those who do choose to follow along. Well guys, those are some amazing projects that may be of your interest if you're a fan of Disventure Camp. The work and love put into all of these projects is to be admired, and they deserve to be supported. Please do spread all of their projects so they can obtain the success they all truly deserve. You can find your way to these projects with links I'll leave in the description. Which of these projects are you looking forward to? Did any characters stand out to you? If so, why? I'd love to hear your thoughts on these projects. Please consider subscribing and hitting the notification bell so that you never miss a new video. Thank you so very much for watching my video. I hope to become a content creator you enjoy. Have a beautiful day.